everyone, and welcome to the 2015 Asian American Pacific Islander Year-End Ceremony. My name is Annie Ho, and I am a current intern at the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center.
And my name is Monica Ide, and I'm also a current intern at the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center. And we will be your co-MCs for this afternoon. At this time, I would like to go over some housekeeping materials. So if you need to go to the restroom, please exit out the back of the two doors that you just entered and look at the signages so that you can go to the correct way. Also, at this time, please turn off your cell phones so that there won't be any interruptions during the program and through the senior speakers and performances.
We're very excited to share this afternoon with you a program full of guest speakers, a student organization performance, and a sashing ceremony. Please also join us for the reception that will take place outside. Now, without further ado, please welcome the class of 2015. Welcome and congratulations, class of 2015. Again, my name is Annie Ho, and I, along with Leilani Menuda, are the coordinators of this year's year-end ceremony.
And my name is Monica Ide, and we will both be the co-MCs for tonight. So, before we introduce our first speakers, we would like to give you a little history about a year-end ceremony and Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center. APIRC provides opportunities for developing leadership, building a strong sense of community, and linking students to community service opportunities. This event is one such. The year-end ceremony aims to commemorate the graduating seniors' academic successes and contributions to the AAPI community on campus.
This year's year-end ceremony theme is A Piece for Our Future, which reminds graduates that as they complete this leg of their academic journey, they are better equipped to take on the challenges of life and the future. As students graduate, they become closer, piece by piece, to defining their lives, a mosaic continuously expanding and creating connections between them and their world. Despite apprehension moving on to their post-college careers, they will have peace of mind, knowing that their accomplishments bring them closer to completing the piece of the puzzle.
Our program today will include faculty and student speakers who exemplify this theme. Our first speaker, Alma Cifuentes, is no exception. Alma is the Associate's Vice Chancellor and Dean of Students on this campus. A former banana slug, she has received her BA in Economics and MA in Public Policy Studies at Duke University. She then returned to this campus and has dedicated a generous amount of time here at UCSC. I've had the privilege to be able to talk to Alma through my involvement at APIRC, and I always admire and appreciate how much she listens to and gives us feedback from student opinions. So, without further ado, please welcome our Dean of Students, Associate's Vice Chancellor, Alma Cifuentes.
Thank you and good afternoon. Thank you, Annie and Monica, for that wonderful introduction. And I was just commenting to them that today is a wonderful program. Graduation and year-end celebrations always are. But I just happened to notice that all of the speakers today, from at least the faculty and administrative side, are all women. So let's hear it for the women. And the others, I also want to acknowledge our male allies, so you're not forgotten, because we're all inclusive here, so. So I want to start by saying welcome, Cha'o Moon, Hu Aying, Tua Law, Pano Mo Tuno in Malugod. I hope I pronounced those correctly. If I didn't, please correct me at the end. But these are 4 words that mean welcome in 4 different languages. Cha'o Moon is Vietnamese. Hu Aying is Chinese. Tua Law is Hmong. Pano Mo Tuno Eng Malagod is Tagali. So with that, I just want to acknowledge that although you are the APER community, the Asian Pacific Islander, there is also a mosaic within the community. And so I just want to acknowledge just 4 of the communities in the Asian Pacific Islander village, and know that we will try to continue to expand our knowledge of the Asian American community and the fact that you are all different and there's a multitude of diversity even within that realm. So having said that, it is only timely and appropriate that this year's event theme is a piece for our future. In this case, I would say it's a piece for your future. And I would, as a dean of students, I would say that it's your bachelor's degree that you will now walk away with. And I don't have to tell you that, first of all, we are very proud that you are going on not only as a student with a bachelor's degree out into the world, but also that you're going out as a banana slug. And I can tell you from my 25 years experience of visiting other campuses, I can tell you that UC Santa Cruz is not like other campuses. And not just for the negative stuff we see on YouTube, but because of the wonderful community we build here and the strong sense of social justice, equity, and fairness that we emphasize as our value system here at UCSC. I'm proud to say that as an alumnus, I have never lost that, and I hope that I'm delivering that as your Dean of Students. So I remind you that you are one village and one community, but within this community, there's also a large part of your mosaic. So don't forget as you walk away with your bachelor's degree, that you're taking a piece of everybody that you're graduating here today. And I'm getting a little emotional. And that you're also taking a little part of us. So hopefully all the good stuff, okay? So again, with that, I would like to welcome you to the program. I'd like to ask you to continue to expand your horizons by learning more languages. I'm certainly trying to. And to go out and do what we expect you to do, and that's to make the world just a little bit better, whether it be locally in your community or globally out in the international world. So with that, and I congratulate you, I want to bring up on stage the person who runs the campus. I don't know how many of you at 3 o'clock in the morning when you were working on your paper or studying for an exam, you wondered, who runs this campus? Okay, so before you leave, we want you to know who that is. And actually, she is my supervisor and a wonderful individual. And she, like most of us, comes from an immigrant experience, which I also want to emphasize for our community here today. Campus Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor Alison Galloway was born in England, grew up in Belmont after her parents moved to California when she was 3. Who does that sound like? Many of us, right? CP EVC Galloway is responsible for managing the daily operations of UC Santa Cruz. She works closely with Chancellor Blumenthal and is the administration's primary liaison with the Academic Senate. Dr. Galloway joined the UCSC faculty back in 1990. She earned her PhD in anthropology from the University of Arizona and her BA in anthropology from UC Berkeley. We won't hold her to that. Go Cal. Most fascinating that I found out, actually just recently, is that Dr. Galloway is also one of the nation's leading forensic scientists and co-edited a book called The Evolving Female, A Life History Perspective. Thus my comment about the female speaking today. Interestingly, she is frequently asked by law enforcement officials to analyze and identify human remains and is best known for her work in this high-profile case of Lacey and Scott Peterson. Now, this may be dating some of us, but how many of you know this case? Okay, so I'm glad to know that. So very important, very prominent, not easy. And just to show that it's fairly contemporary, the work of our researchers here on campus. She is a frequent expert witness in court cases, and she continues her research while serving as campus provost and executive vice chancellor. On one occasion, someone had asked EVC why she does this work, and I'm paraphrasing here. And she says, because many of the cases she works on are homicides, she has referred to her work as giving voice to the victims. And that to me sounds like a banana slug to you and to me. So come on, super banana slug, Dr. Alison Galloway to the podium.
Thanks, Alma. On behalf of the university and George Blumenthal, the Chancellor, I would like to welcome all of you to this ceremony, and also welcome to your family and friends, because I know this is a very important weekend for everybody. I would like to congratulate the graduating class. I will probably see about half of you at the graduations for your colleges, because George and I split the colleges and we have to confer the degrees on simultaneously or coinciding colleges, so we split them. So somewhere in there, one of us will say the magic words which actually give you your degree. But I also want to take a little bit of time to say thank you for your involvement with this community. The Asian American Pacific Islander community is extremely strong on this campus. You're extremely active and bring a sense of community that is extremely important to us as a campus. And I also speak as an administrator. One of the things that we really worry about is retaining students and seeing that they graduate successfully. And that really depends upon the kind of community that they build here on the campus. And I really just want to thank you for all of your efforts in just making this community work. I also hope that when you leave this campus, we're going for your future. I hope you take some of the memories of all of the people who helped work with you during this time, the staff who worked with you, your instructors, your student colleagues, your students, and keep those memories close to you, because we wish to be there in your future, a little piece of your future as you go forward. I also want to let you know that you are always going to be a little part of Santa Cruz. I noticed somebody said a former slug. I don't think there's any such thing as a former slug. I think once you're a slug for life. I've actually thought I have to take a class here so I can at least put down that I'm actually a slug. I've only been here 25 years. But I don't quite feel I quite qualify until I take that class. So I want to say that along with your degree, you're also getting a membership in the Alumni Association. This is now becoming an automatic way of including you as alums, and really trying to encourage you to come back. The Alumni Association really wants to focus on how to connect its alums with our current students, and I know that all of you are going to go off and have wonderful, exciting, and successful careers. You may be going on to graduate school, you may be going to professional school, you may be getting a job, you may be going around the world on a trip. I don't know what you're doing, but I know you're going to have fun, and I know you're going to do well at it. So somewhere along the line, we'd love to have you come back to campus for something like the Multicultural Career Fair or many of the other activities, and share a little bit of what you've done and bring that back to us. But we also want to know that we also keep you as part of our future as well as you going for your future. So I just want to say congratulations to this class of 2015. This is a fabulous day for you, and it'll be a fabulous weekend too. And I know you'll have a wonderful life. Thank you.
Thank you, Executive Vice Chancellor Allison Galloway. We really want to appreciate both Alma and Allison for making time out of their busy schedules, as they're both high-ranking administrators from this campus. So again, thank you so much for coming out and supporting the AAPI community.
Next, we would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Provost Flora Liu. Flora Liu is an associate professor of environmental studies at UCSC and is also the provost of colleges 9 and 10. She earned her AB in human biology from Stanford University and her PhD in ecology from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Her longitudinal fieldwork among indigenous communities in Ecuador has been featured in 2 programs on the National Geographic Channel, funded by $2.2 million in external funds, and published in 2 books and 35 articles. She is also the recipient of the Committee on Teaching's Excellent in Teaching Award and the Division of Social Sciences Golden Apple Distinguished Teaching Award. Provost Liu has also collaborated with APERC on more than one occasion. Her continual support at APERC events really reinforces the relationship between staff, faculty, and students. Please warmly welcome Professor Flora Liu.
Thank you very much. I love the theme of this ceremony because it emphasizes the educational and life journey that you are all really embarking on at this moment. The never-ending efforts of all of us to define ourselves, to confront challenges, and to find meaning and connection. In this keynote, I thought I'd actually share some personal stories with you, if I might, and perhaps draw out some insights that I hope will be useful to the graduates. I want to start with ideas about identity formation. As a young person, sort of thinking back half my life ago to when I was 21, my thoughts about who I needed to be and what I needed to do were strongly influenced by family and authority figures. And their opinions were critical to my own development, but I had these struggles when their expectations and visions of my future did not match my own. So let me give you a little bit of background. I am an immigrant as well, just like Allison. I came to this country when I was 3 years old. I was born in Tainan, Taiwan. And my family and I all learned English as a second language. My parents settled in the San Gabriel Valley, down in SoCal, in a racially diverse neighborhood, and we were a lower middle class family. And the fact that my parents had to work so hard and finish up their education meant that my sister and I, were afforded certain freedoms. We were latchkey kids. They were not parents when we came home from school. My parents were free-range parents because that's what you did back then. There was no debate. As a first grader, I would walk myself to school 5 blocks to my elementary school, and that was not even questioned that was what would happen. I am the younger of 2 siblings, the daughter of a biochemist, and my mom and my dad was a mechanical engineer. Whereas my sister was fearless and outgoing, quick to learn new things and make new friends, I was the more introverted one, the risk-averse one. I was happier playing with my pet chickens in the backyard or petting my rescued lab bunny that I had saved from my mom's lab. My mom called my sister the smart one. My parents, especially my mom, encouraged me to learn ballet and play the piano, whereas I was a tomboy and loved playing kickball, dodgeball, and skateboarding. When I was in 5th grade, my parents made the decision to move us from the Rosemead School District to Orange County, which back then was a very homogeneous, white, upper class area. After all these years, obviously, Orange County is more diverse. It's upper middle class whites and Asians. But back then, Asians were not very common. And I remember growing up in parts of Orange County and being ridiculed for being Asian. I didn't dress the right way. I was made fun of for my glasses and my overall awkwardness. And while up until that point, when we moved when I was in elementary school, I wasn't that interested in school. But of course, the teachers in my Orange County schools assumed that I was the stereotypical smart Chinese kid. At least they were nice to me, unlike some of my peers. And once that favoritism, reflecting the model minority myth, was activated, my social fate was sealed. The other students accused me of being a teacher's pet, and I ended up being closer to some of my teachers than some of my peers. Early on, my sister demonstrated a penchant for writing and communications, and I was interested in natural science, so my parents thought automatically my sister would be a lawyer and I would be a medical doctor. But I became very interested in environmental issues. But because my parents really wanted me to go to med school, I dutifully, as an undergraduate, took classes like OChem, calculus, all the sort of the pre-med classes, and didn't do very well, thereby adding to my sense of being an imposter at Stanford, because my sister had gotten in, and I was sure that I got in because she had. So we think about all these influences, perhaps some of them actually resonate with you, graduates. These are the things that shape our identity, but we are not bound by them. We are who we determine we are. So early in my undergraduate career, while my parents were busy getting divorced, I moved away from being a pre-med and towards my real interest, people and the environment, conservation of really biodiverse biomes, and the fate of indigenous peoples who live there. These issues, as you can imagine, were incomprehensible to my parents, and they were equated with starvation and a really grim future. But under the mentorship of an amazing undergraduate professor, Dr. Dominique Irvin, I conducted independent field work the summer before my senior year. In Ecuador, I conducted interviews in Quito and the Ecuadorian Amazon, trying to understand the conservation dynamics between native Amazonians and Western conservationists in a context of oil extraction. Before I left, I was amazed that my mother let me go at all. She said, "Why can't you do research in somewhere safe and clean like Europe?" My endless efforts at explanations about human ecology, about my senior thesis research were unconvincing, and it wasn't until the Stanford professor called my mother up and convinced her that she allowed me to go. 20 years ago, a Chinese-American woman from conducting research in Ecuador was not a common sight. I remember missing connections with interviewees who agreed to meet me at public places because they were looking out for a blonde gringa, and I would never imagine that someone who looked like me was actually the person wanting to do the interview. I worked with a group called the Guarani, a native Amazonian population, and when they first met me, and mind you, they have very limited exposure to Western culture, they first asked me to teach them karate, and they were convinced that I could fly crouching tiger style. I managed to do the research and write a senior thesis, and after graduation, I announced to my mother that I was feeling burnt out on school, and I wanted to go back to Ecuador and work for an organization fighting for indigenous rights and protecting the rainforest. You can imagine how well that went over. My mother yelled and said that I should stop this, quote, environmental nonsense, take the MCAT, and apply to medical schools. I stood my ground as best I could as a dutiful Chinese daughter, and we compromised that I would take the GRE and apply to PhD programs. Many of you have navigated the tricky boundaries of duty, culture, deference, and obligation, as well as self-awareness, assertiveness, and independence, and it's a tricky balance. A few years later, when I advanced to candidacy as a doctoral student at UNC, and was about to embark on a long period of dissertation fieldwork in Ecuador, I received a really random inquiry from a Chinese newspaper who wanted to write a story about an Asian American woman conducting research in remote rainforest in South America. My Mandarin is horrible, so it was easier for me to have them call my mother and for her to conduct the interview with this Chinese-speaking journalist. In the interview, totally unbeknownst to me until the story came out, she said something like, "It's important for Chinese youth to broaden the kinds of subjects that they study to include things like environmental issues." It's good for you, Mom. It was really a vindicating and validating moment for me. My next message for you, graduates, is that you are so much tougher than you think you are. There's a fallacy that faculty are somehow of different constitution than normal people, that we are intrepid and brilliant, and that our rise to academic fame was somehow effortless. And while this might be true for Dr. Galloway, it is certainly not true for me. My first trip to the Amazon when I was an undergraduate, I was only there in the rainforest for about a week. Right? I was in Quito the rest of the time. But in the end, I was covered with hundreds of bug bites. I had fallen down a muddy ravine. I had projectile vomited over everyone's rubber boots. And I was so dehydrated at the end of that stint that instead of hiking out, I was so weak I had to be put in a dugout canoe and evacuated to the nearest oil road to be taken out to the nearest town. Since that adventure in 1992, I've been back to the Ecuadorian Amazon more times than I can count. I've ingested pre-masticated manioc beverage, monkey meat, wasp larvae. I've been afflicted with shigellosis, MRSA, gastrointestinitis, and malaria. I have grappled with levels of loneliness and culture shock that literally a year after my dissertation fieldwork was completed, if you asked me about my fieldwork, I would break down in tears. The bulk of my research has been with the Guarani, a native Amazonian society with a very short history of sustained contact with the outside world. Yet, they still occasionally engage in spear killing. Part of Guarani territory corresponds to what is considered perhaps the most biodiverse forest on the planet, a place where I've had encounters or near encounters with things like piranhas and electric eels, poisonous snakes like the fer-de-lance, army ants and bullet ants, tarantulas and jaguars. What I do for a living still baffles my family. So believe me when I tell you that if you wanted to, you could do this. It's a matter of grit, defined as perseverance and passion for your long-term goals, the motivation to continue despite failure and adversity. And what research shows is that those of us who are gritty, who live life as if it's a marathon and not a sprint, have high levels of achievement. Research by Angela Duckworth at University of Pennsylvania finds that grit might be as essential as intelligence in terms of your accomplishments. If you are a first-generation student, you are gritty, and I commend you for that. Navigating college, especially for those who don't have relevant family experience to draw from, is like learning a new language. If you had to work while getting your degree to pay your bills, if you had significant family or home obligations, and you are graduating, you are gritty. Grittier kids are more likely to graduate, especially when they have these obstacles that they have to overcome in terms of receiving their higher education. Angela Duckworth's research finds that grit is a better predictor of success in your life than your IQ, than your good looks, or your family income. Talent does not make you gritty. Just because you're talented doesn't mean that you maintain that commitment. And when we think about the pieces of the puzzle that help us succeed in our journey in life, I think that grit is absolutely key. That yes, you will falter, you will fail, you will encounter hard times, but that if you're willing to start over with these lessons learned, that these are the keys to success. Because resilience and grit are a set of skills. It's not a personality type that's fixed. It's possible to hone them. And I'd like to end by just sort of talking about some things that I think make us resilient. Research is showing that you can build resilience. And in a recent story in Time magazine, there was a series of different tips on how to be resilient. I think our graduates already embody all of these, but let me just reiterate. The first is develop a core set of beliefs that nothing can shake. These beliefs that guide you through your journeys, through the ups and downs, and your life's trajectory. Beliefs such as academic and personal integrity. Second, try to find meaning in whatever stressful or traumatic thing that happens, because they are some important life lessons. The hardest things that we go through are the ones that shape us and turn us into the people that we become. Third, try to maintain a positive outlook, that cheerful optimism that is quintessential to all slugs. Fourth, face the things that scare you. There are many things that I've encountered in my time in Ecuador and the Amazon that has scared me, that has really shaken me to my core. And I think that these are things that really help me overcome things that I've encountered later on in my life. For instance, about 10 years ago, as a young woman, I was widowed. And I believe that those skills that I had as a researcher in Ecuador, living with remarkable communities of indigenous peoples, helped me overcome the sadness and the grief that I had felt. Fifth, don't beat yourself up or dwell on the past. If you make a mistake, acknowledge it, but don't allow it to define you. Sixth, social relationships are important. The people who support you when things go haywire, especially folks that can teach you how to be resilient because they themselves are so important to your future success. Commit yourself, graduates, to fostering and sustaining the relationship that you have built here at UC Santa Cruz, not just with your peers sitting next to you in the auditorium, but with faculty and staff, wonderful people like Nancy Kim, who are committed and really dedicated her professional and personal life to nurturing your growth. Finally, another way to foster resilience is to recognize what makes you uniquely strong and to own it. Own it through moments of apprehension, of uncertainty, and of difficulty that you will undoubtedly face in life. And know that you have built a vital foundation of social and intellectual skills here at UCSC that will always remain with you and cannot be taken away. Congratulations to the class of 2015. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Liu, for such a passionate and motivational speech. As a token of gratitude, we would like to certificate you for a certificate of graduation recognition for excellent and valuable contributions to the AAPI campus community. Please, everyone, give her a round of applause.
Our program will now continue with a student performance by Isang Himig. IH is a multicultural a cappella group housed under the Filipino Student Association at UCSC. Their name means one melody in Tagalog because they are composed of passionate and talented individuals whose goals are to create community and diversity through music. For the members of IH, it has also become a source of retention and motivation to succeed in institutions of higher education. Please welcome IH. Thank you, IH, for that beautiful performance. Let's give them another round of applause.
Now we would like to transition into welcoming senior speakers. These three seniors have been nominated by their peers as being representative of the class of 2015 as community leaders, respected mentors, and dedicated students.
Each senior speaker will be introduced by a personal friend. Our first speaker is Sabrina M., who will be introduced by Monica.
So I think when Sabrina asked me to do this, she didn't know I was a co-MC. So surprise! So before I get into some of the personal things about Sabrina, I wanted to kind of list some of her involvements here. So her dedication to her community is really just reflected in how involved she is. She has been in the Khmer Student Union. She worked tirelessly there. And she also worked with the Asian Pacific Islander Student Alliance, and also APIRC, the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center. And I bet there's so many more, but I just couldn't put it down. So it's a lot, and I'm really happy that she has been nominated as the senior speaker because she's so deserving of it. I met her at APIRC, and actually it's very surreal because she was the coordinator of this exact same event 2 years ago. And so I was in her committee, and when you look at her, she has such a warm smile. And it's so heartwarming, and it's like, her smile is hugging me. Like, it's that kind of smile. And it's as if she's saying, like, oh, I got your back. I'll always be there for you. And if you get to know her, she's really there for you. She really was a key role in my retention here, and it was really difficult for me to find community here. And I think she plays such a key role in that. And I don't think I'm alone, because through her involvements, I bet she's touched so many other people. And so she's very gentle, and she has like this gentle but persistent leadership. And that's kind of hard to find for someone who can actually support people and lead them without them knowing that they're being led by her. Like, people like to hog up the spotlight, but she's not like that because she's so down to earth, she's so humble, and she's really thoughtful about the people around her. So it's my pleasure that I am introducing your first senior speaker, Sabrina Im.
Oh my God. Thank you, Monica, for that very sweet welcome. Okay. Hello, everyone, and to the class of 2015. We have made it. Standing here now, I can't believe how much time has passed. It's a very different perspective to be standing here as a graduating senior versus as a coordinator. But in my first year here at Santa Cruz, I saw myself spiraling down, and I started questioning myself, what did I get myself into coming here to Santa Cruz? But getting more connected and mentored by so many different people, I found spaces of community do exist here, and that's what's retained and allowed me to find a sense of belonging. And especially as the youngest daughter of Cambodian refugee parents, this is very important to me. And through interning for APIRC, APIRC has been one of the most influential experiences I've had engaging with social justice and the community at UCSC. And even after I stopped interning, it provided the springboard for jumping into other community spaces on campus, and if such a space did not exist, to create them. And I stay rooted at the ethnic resource centers, but I also found myself getting involved with spaces like a PISA, motivation conference, cousin, and then eventually starting my student union. And in so doing, I have been fortunate to collaborate with so many different staff, faculty, community members, and student organizations. It has allowed me to become more conscious and learned, and to recognize the politics of representation and community, and most importantly, to recognize that the personal is political. Because in sharing stories, that means sharing in the multifaceted aspects of each of our identities and our communities, and the intersections that they have come to play in our everyday lives. These stories break barriers and they humanize us. We are all wanderers and we are all storytellers. None of us are alone in our struggles unless we allow ourselves to be. By sharing experiences, not only does that allow us to both claim and reclaim our respective identities, it is also a step towards becoming a more collective and stronger community. Despite the fear and uncertainty and even violence that may play a part in these stories, we must also remember that it is possible to turn these events around and effect change for our community and for ourselves. because we are all capable of so much, and we are the masters of our creations. Looking forward, I'm not sure what the future holds, but I know that having been exposed to all these different experiences and people and hearing everything and taking in everything here at Santa Cruz, I want to keep learning and keep observing, dreaming with my eyes open. Thank you to Nancy and all the APERC interns, past and present, to my dear mentors, Vicky Nam, Karen Yamashita, Professor Borth Lee, and Christine Hong, to all my family, friends, and allies, the resource centers, APISA, Cousin, my student union, Hmong Student Association, the graduating class of 2015, UCSC. Thank you for taking care of me, for teaching me, and being present with me. I don't know where I would be now if it weren't for all of you, because all of those moments, sharing in conversations, bonding over experiences, bonding over food has, that's important, that has stretched me in so many different ways, and I've come a long way in remedying the lost first year that I was. And now I can definitely say I've grown stronger. So thank you for believing in me and trusting that you could always push me forward. And as each of us goes on in our respective journeys, I hope that you all remember everything you have accomplished and all the people you have connected with. And remember to carry the pieces of your narratives you have created here. Stay rooted, stay inspired, continue building upon the pieces of your story. Keep on thriving, keep on rising, keep on fighting, and whatever you do, be content. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to be introducing the next senior speaker. I don't even have a speech, but I'm like super nervous. Okay, so my name is Maier. I am a third-year sociology major, film minor, and the person that I will be introducing, he is someone who has spent his entire college year as a community organizer, and he continues to be an advocate for voices of underrepresented communities. He's been involved with the Hmong Student Association. He has held officer positions such as being a co-chair, and he has also been the ISHE coordinator for 2 years. And he is also involved with the engaging education. He has been SIL class coordinator, and he's also really involved with different people of color communities on campus. And he has just been doing a lot of work, and he really shows that as a student we can do so much, and we can continue to do so much for our community, and we don't have to have any sort of authority, we don't have to have any sort of position, that as ourselves we can do something, we can make changes, and we can make changes for our community. And he has been someone who I know for my 3 years here in UC Santa Cruz, and he is, although I personally never really say this to him, he is a mentor, and I'm really happy that I have been a fellow officer with him, and to also say that he is an older brother figure for me coming to UC Santa Cruz, and he really showed me just sharing his knowledge and showing me like what it looks like to give back to our community, and what it looks like to show that we love our community. And he does it in so many different kind of ways, such as always asking why. Every time we have any sort of meeting, he always asks why do we do the things that we do. And by asking why, he challenged me and many others to critically think about why we do the work that we do. And I know that amongst this room, all of the graduating seniors, and also to him as well, as student organizer, we often think, did the work that we do they make a difference? Do we change anybody's lives? And I just want to say to you that when you walk out of this college, you have made an impact, and you have inspired many of us, and you have made changes. And so please give a warm welcome to Tong Vang.
Thank you, Maier, for that. So hello, everyone. My name is Tong Vang, and I'm a graduating senior with the class of 2015. Let's hear it! That's what's up. So as I was writing my speech, I thought about today's theme, a peace for our future. And I began thinking about the endless possibilities of where I'll be at after I graduate. Disclaimer, I still don't know where I'm gonna be at, where I'm gonna do so. Still trying to figure that out. But then I also thought about where I've been in life, who I've met, and what experiences I've gained being at this university, and how those experiences have shaped me to become who I am today, right now, in this present moment. And how these experiences that I've gained here at the university will probably continue to shape and reshape me moving forward. But before I even proceed, I also want to acknowledge being a refugee immigrant, a Hmong refugee immigrant. I was born in a refugee camp in Chiang Kham, Thailand. And after my parents spent about 15 years in the refugee camp, they decided to immigrate to the United States because they were hopeful to see their children receive an education. And for that, I want to acknowledge their resilience and persistence to overcome such adversities. However, when we got here to the United States, it was as if we left a war-torn country just to find ourselves in a war-torn neighborhood. Instead of the oppressive refugee camp officers, we now face the militarized local police. The daily food rations from non-governmental organizations, the NGOs, was now substituted with monthly government welfare checks. And instead of the shacks made out of wood and rusty metals that we lived in the refugee camps, it was now the Section 8 housing ghettos. We were resettled in some of the most impoverished neighborhoods in the Central Valley. And it was reflective in the quality of education I received. So if you asked me 6 years ago to see if I was going to be going to college, 6 years ago, my answer would have probably been no. Therefore, being at this university for the past 4 years, I've come to realize and accept my privileges as an individual here, but also to understand the responsibilities that came with that privilege and those privileges. And at this moment, I want to acknowledge a few spaces I've been a part of and that has contributed to pieces to my future. I want to thank the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center. Give it up for them. Thank you for providing a space for the critical dialogues that have reminded me to rejoice in solidarity with my brothers and sisters and rejoicing with our adversities and struggles in the AAPI community. I would like to also acknowledge Engaging Education for empowering me to become an active agent in the transformation of my own world, for empowering me to realize that when you walk through a door of opportunity, you have two choices to make. You can close that door behind you, or you can leave it open and reach back to build bridges to uplift your community higher than yourself. Because in the process of liberating yourself, you unconsciously allow others to do the same, and that liberation can only start with love. And last but not least, I would like to acknowledge the Hmong Student Association. I'm gonna keep it short and simple for them. Thank you for just being such a supportive and loving family. Short and simple, because that's what we are, family. And then I want to acknowledge you all, the graduating class of 2015. Give it up for them again. I hope your experiences here at UC Santa Cruz has been enriching, empowering, challenging, loving, supportive, just like mine's. And as we are trying to piece together puzzles of our life to create a vibrant, beautiful mosaic, I hope the knowledge, wisdom, skills, and experience you have gained here at UCSC has given you a piece to your future as it did to mine. And your journey does not end here. It's nearly a milestone. I know y'all are going to go on to do bigger and better things. So whether you become a CEO in the Silicon Valley, because there's at least one of y'all in the crowd that will do that, or a founder of a nonprofit organization, or you decide to take your skills and your talent, your grit, I heard grit earlier, overseas, I hope you all continue seeking knowledge and opportunities that will further build your pieces for the future. And with that, I close by saying, congratulations, class of 2015, we made it.
Good afternoon, everyone. My My name is Katrina Pantig. I'm a UCSC alum. I was actually a participant of the year-end ceremony and a speaker, so I'm having a lot of deja vu right now. And I'm currently the program coordinator for the program coordinator for the Resource Center, so it's really great to be here. First of all, can I just say my heart is beating, my eyes are like swollen from those two beautiful speeches given by the first two senior speakers. It's just, it never gets old, you know, these kinds of talks and hearing this just genuine love and passion, especially from a full Southeast Asian, 3 speakers for tonight, so it's really beautiful. I'm actually standing in place of Adlemi Garcia, who couldn't be here to present the next speaker, but she left some words for me to say, and I thought it was only fitting that it's me, as I also have a relationship with this next speaker. So before I go into her words, I'd just like to say something really short as well. So the next speaker is Miss Brittany Alba, and I met Brittany our first year here at UCSC through FSA, Filipino Student Association. And just throughout the years, I've gotten to know her a little bit more and more every year. I was blessed enough to be one of the coordinators of in FSA Core with her my junior year, and spent our senior year last year as her roommate and friend. And you know, there's really just not enough words to really describe and explain the kind of just genuine, committed student organizer and individual she is. Even now as a staff member, she's the kind of person who's just like, oh, this is happening tonight, right? Oh, I'm gonna go. Even when she has a million things to do, just supporting events, supporting the community, and just engaging with what's going on, especially with APIRG. And given how busy she is, to me, that just says so much about a person, you know? With that said, I'll move on to the words Adlemi Garcia left for me to say. I have worked with Brittany for 3 long years. From planning 3-day retreats to learning the soundtrack to Frozen, Brittany taught me that in order to keep doing the work that we do for our communities, we must remain grounded in our purpose. She embodies persistence and has proved to be selfless. Overall, Brittany showed me that there is so much to explore and do in life. So knowing that adventure is out there, and I'm fortunate to have you as my friend. So Brittany, holla back. I got your back. Thank you very much. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our last but certainly not least senior speaker, Ms. Brittany Alba.
Wow, okay, that was really touching, and I'm very blessed to have such close friends, and especially a community here at Santa Cruz who has been so welcoming and so encouraging to uplift me in this way. And I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to speak for all of you this afternoon. So I would like to say good afternoon to everyone, family, friends, all of our staff and faculty who are here, and to those volunteers who are out here who really needed that housing extension. We got y'all, all right? And finally, to the graduating class of 2015. So, as Trina said, my name is Brittany Alba, and so I want to share a little bit about myself. I'm a first-generation college student, one of the first in my entire extensive family to attend college and graduate. So growing up, my sister and I, we were always pegged as the role models for our family. I have what seems like millions of younger cousins, and there was a lot of pressure that I felt growing up to set a proper example. I felt a lot of pressure to please my parents and make sure I graduated college, that I even got here. And it was something that I essentially just ingrained into my DNA. It was like, this is what I need to do. It wasn't really something that I was doing for myself. It was just, this is my duty to my family. And I'm so happy to be standing here after years of late night cramming for that 8 a.m. midterm I really should have studied for before, all of those random forest adventures, going to climb trees and explore caves, and getting swiped in by underclassmen for the dining hall at late night. Holla, yeah. All right. I'm so happy to be standing here to be graduating with a bachelor's in neuroscience and a minor in bioinformatics. But I think that more importantly, I'm going to be graduating with years of experience
volunteering for outreach programs, events like this, been a volunteer the past few years, running a retention program on campus, running engaging education, and being able to plan and facilitate workshops, trainings, retreats, and sessions for some of my students. And all of these really need a lot of planning and whatnot that goes into them, and oftentimes involve me speaking to groups as large as this. And so I, naturally, when I found out that I was to speak to you all today about graduation and this year's theme, A Piece of Our Future, I did what any other public speaker would do. I Googled graduation quotes. So I'd like to share a few of those with you now. The tassel is worth the hassle. I did it. And I have no idea what I'm doing. I know for this last one, that's how I felt when I first came to Santa Cruz. I was so not about this forest life. It was not for me. I'm from a big city, and so seeing Bambi on my way to class, I was like, what am I doing here? But not only that, I grew up with my family always around me. I have a huge family back home in SoCal, and it was really strange being up here. I felt isolated, culturally confused because everyone sees me as Filipino, but I was raised Mexican, and I just felt lost. You know, not literally lost because you can do that very easily in Santa Cruz, but I mean, I just didn't know who I was because my whole life I'd just been growing up to please my parents and please my family. And so when I came up to college, I thought I originally was going to be an engineer because that's what my Lolo was, and math and science were just a breeze for me. They were super easy, so it just made sense. But being up here, I realized I didn't know what I wanted for myself. I didn't know who I was. And it was along my journey in Santa Cruz that I was integrated into spaces like the Filipino Student Association and Engaging Education that really helped me figure out who I am as a person. I began coordinating the Kuya Ate mentorship program my second year, and I honestly think that was the first year that my life really began. It was the first time I questioned what I valued, what qualities I thought I should embody. And I was often asked, how down are you? I was like, this down, this down. I wasn't really sure how the scale worked, but it was cool. Like after that, I was hooked. I was so ready, and I continued to be involved in spaces in FSA and Engaging Education, and it was because of all the friendships that I made. See my housemate out there, Miles? It was the friendships, the spaces, the dialogues that took place in these environments that kept me here in Santa Cruz. And I felt each year like little pieces of me were coming to life for the first time. And along the journey, I kept asking myself, what do I truly believe in? Who am I at my core? What do I bring to the table? And what is it that I actually want from life? As I struggled to learn to know myself, I breezed through my computer science classes and biology courses, but my heart was never truly there. It was during my year as co-chair for E Squared that I finally admitted to myself I didn't want anything to do with the sciences. Just over it. And because I found that my passion was rooted in promoting access to higher education for historically marginalized communities. That was an interesting conversation with my parents. I felt truly fulfilled doing that work, and it felt like home for me. I know I'm very fortunate to be able to do this work next year, to be in an environment that will provide me the chance to empower youth to realize their own value, their intelligence, and their own potential. I will be an advisor fellow working through UC Berkeley to advise first-generation high school students in the San Jose district on how to navigate the road to higher education. I know that I'm very fortunate to have a job right out of college in the field that I want to be in. And I know some of our graduating class are in the same boat. Some are going to be going straight into work like I am. Some are going to be going to graduate school. And some of you are sitting there like, I have no idea what I'm doing. No matter which path you take when you leave Santa Cruz, be proud. Take a moment or a little time to be conceited. Be like, I did this. I did this, right? Because not a single one of us will be leaving campus without the necessary skill set to succeed. We have all picked up the proper pieces for our future along our journey here in Santa Cruz, from our classes, our jobs, organizational involvements, sports, and other hobbies. These have all shaped us into damn strong and intelligent individuals. I hope that in your time after Santa Cruz in the real world, that wherever you go with all of your heart. Because if you do that, all the pieces for your future will fall into place. But for now, as our time in Santa Cruz comes to an end, I hope you all feel that the way that I do in terms of the tassel being worth the hassle. Now let's get ready to strut across this stage proudly to be recognized for all of the accomplishments that we've made. All right, 2015, we did it.
I don't know, Nancy, how you do this every year, because this is really heartbreaking but comforting at the same time. So can we give another round of applause to our 3 senior speakers?
Another senior we want to acknowledge for their community involvement is this year's Christy Antu Trin Malarney Award winner. It has been our tradition for a prior recipient to present this year's winner. So please welcome T. Wing.
Thank you. It's great to be back in Santa Cruz. And just wanted to say I'm really happy to hear of the success that everybody's having with their leadership. Those 3 main speakers being from APISA, Cousin, and Engaging Education. I was really involved with those organizations while I was here. So I'm really glad to see that carry on. The Christy Ann Trin Malarney Student Award seeks to recognize a graduating UCSC student who shows commitment to educational achievement and helping Vietnamese people. Christy Trin Malarney graduated in 1990 from Merrill College with a double major in politics and East Asian studies. While at UC Santa Cruz, she served 2 years as president of the Vietnamese Student Association and continued her dedication to improving the lives of Vietnamese people. She raised funds for Vietnamese refugees through SF Walkathon while attending UC Santa Cruz. Her graduate school research focused on refugee policies and Vietnamese refugees camps in Hong Kong. After college, Christy Trin Malarney worked in Hong Kong as a preschool coordinator at a Vietnamese refugee center. Christy Trin Malarney's potential contribution to the Vietnamese community was never realized due to an untimely death. So through this award, we like to remember Christy Trin Malarney's contributions to the Vietnamese society and to society at large. This year's recipient of the Christy Trin Malarney Student Award is Dan Ngoc Kim Wing. Dan majored in sociology and is affiliated with Merrill College. She transferred to UC Santa Cruz from Santa Rosa Junior College. Dan plans to write children's books with her twin sister on books that empower Vietnamese and Vietnamese American children. She intends to use this award to do fieldwork in Vietnam, to record lullabies and conduct interviews for future books. Through her studies, through Dan's time in Santa Cruz, she learned more about Vietnam, her culture, and the Vietnam War. Professor Borith Lee spoke highly of Dan in his recommendation letter and wrote about the importance of her future work to write children's books. He explained that Vietnamese lullabies are an important oral tradition full of hidden meanings about women, society, and kinship. She plans to travel to Vietnam to do field work, recording lullabies and interviewing the community about children's books. The Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center will gladly host a literary reading as soon as her book is published. Please help me in congratulating Dan Wing. Let's give another round of applause to this year's recipient of the Christy Trin Malarney Student Award.
Thank you for having me tonight. I'm very honored to be here. And I would like to first thank the Trin Malarney family for this amazing opportunity, and Nancy for calling me and giving me the good news. Then I would like to thank my professor, Boris Lee, from the Havoc department. He was the one who encouraged me to apply for this award, and he wrote me a letter of recommendation. Then finally, I would like to thank my family, friends, and everyone here for the support. And let's give up to class of 2015.
Congratulations, Dan, on your achievements. And now, it is finally time to recognize the class of 2015 with the sashing ceremony. This year, we invited Kyoko Freeman, the College 9 and 10 Programs Coordinator, and Omayun Edamati, Student Union Assembly Advisor, as the name announcers for the graduating seniors. They both work really close to students, and me, who has been actually working with them, it's really amazing and a privilege for them to be here. So please welcome them both in recognizing the class of 2015.
Gilbert Nguyen. College 10, Bachelor of Arts in Intensive Psychology.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, Santa Cruz Dragon Boat. Thank you, VSA. And thank you especially to the volunteers and Judy Mai, AKA My Bae.
Celia Liang. Crown College, BA in History.
Thank you to Santa Cruz Dragon Boat, my team out there, and my grandpa who wished so much to be at my graduation. Thank you.
Andrew Lay. College 8, BS in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology.
Hey guys, I'd like to give a shout out to the Golden State Warriors. Woo! Also to VSA and Judy Mai over there. And a special shout out to Lena Nguyen.
Lena Nguyen. Porter College, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology.
Thank you, or more appropriately, kamang to UCSC, VSA, my APERC, and special shout out to you guys already know.
Lester Pye. Crown College, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Economics.
Shout out to Judy Mai.
Tom J. Vang. Kresge College, Bachelor of Science in Biology.
Special shout out to HSA, to everybody who came here, and thank you very much, Mom and Dad.
Jared Vang. College 8, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology.
I just want to give a shout out to my friends, families, and the HSA and APERC. Thank you.
Joshua Yang. College 10, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Education minor.
So much pressure. I don't know what to say. I guess I'll just say thank you, y'all. Oh yeah, and a special shout out to HSA for real.
Bang Su Vang. College 8, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Education minor.
Special shout out to my friends, family, housemates, and HSA.
Ann Nguyen. Merrill College, Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology with honors.
I just want to say thank you for everyone for being here today.
Dan Nguyen. Merrill College, Bachelor of Arts in Sociology.
I just want a special shout out for everyone who coordinated this event. Thank you.
Tong Vang. College 9, Bachelor's of Arts in Sociology, minor in Education.
Shout out to my HSA fam and also to all the strong women in my life.
Brittany Alba. Oaks College, Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience, Bioinformatics minor.
Oops. All right, this one, all of this has always just been for the loves of my life. My parents who came up from San Diego for this, thank you for all of the love and support. And for my partner for coming all the way from work, thank you for that, Dave.
Sabrina M. College 9, Bachelor of Arts in World Literature and Cultural Studies, Intensive.
Thank you to everyone here for being here to celebrate all the positive vibes. Woo!
Sandy Tan. College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Language Studies, Japanese.
I would like to thank my family and friends and congratulations to everyone.
May Deng. College 9, BA in Psychology, Education minor.
Shout out to EOP!
Amy Zhao. College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Film and Digital Media.
Shout out to class of 2015.
Woo!
Veronica Tao. Kresge College, BA in Environmental Studies.
Thank you to my family and friends, especially my mom and little brother, Sean. Thank you.
Stevie Potisan. Kresge College, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology.
I just want to say thank you and congrats.
Stephanie Smith. Stevenson College, Bachelor of Arts in Business Management Economics.
I would like to thank my parents and all the people who have supported me over the past 4 years. Thank you.
Ray Chung. College 10, Bachelor of Science in Technology and Information Management, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science.
I want to thank my family, friends, Holon, FSA, and also a shout out to my boy Alan Mao right there.
Hiro Kawano. College 9, Bachelor of Science, Cognitive Science.
Shout out to Santa Cruz Dragon Boat, 515, FSA, and Alan. Yeah.
Valerie Vance Graves. Cal College, Bachelor of Arts in Politics.
Shout out to FSA, my boyfriend Diego, and my family for helping me stay retained here.
and Alan Mao.
Roman Patunin, College 10, Bachelor of Science in Human Biology.
Thank you to everyone who supported me. Shout outs to FSA and Engaging Education.
Michelle Fernando. Crown College, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
Just want to say thank you to APIC for putting on this event, and shout out to FSA, and special thank you to my mom and dad for the support.
Samantha Jane Estes. Crown College, Bachelor of Arts in Literature.
Thank you to my mom and dad, FSA, and the coordinators of this event.
Joseph Gagarin. College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Network and Digital Technology.
I just want to thank my mommy and my daddy. Shout out to my housemates at 515 and to my little sister Adelina. And shout out to Alan Mao.
Andrew Kim, College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Politics.
Shout out to my housemates, 515. Shout out to Sanghimig Acapella, FSA, and one last one for my boy Alan right there.
Elaine Cheng. College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Global Economics, Language Studies minor in Chinese.
Thank you, everyone. Shout out to my Chinatown girls. Thank you.
John Salinas, College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Language Studies, Japanese.
I'd like to thank my friends and family and financial aid. And to quote the words of a great man, started from the bottom, now we're here.
Wei Han Mak. College 9, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry.
Hi, I would like to thank all my friends and family for the support. Woo! Go Seoul!
Hannah Hadiprojo, College 9, Bachelor of Science in Human Biology.
I would like to thank my peers, College 9, my boyfriend, and it's all. What's up?
Alyssa Nicole Sierra. Oaks College, Bachelor of Science in Human Biology.
I just wanted to say thank you to my family and friends for being here and supporting me, and Mom and Papa, I love you.
Cindy Ma, College 10, Bachelor of Arts in Business Management Economics, minor in Technology Information.
I'd like to thank my family for supporting throughout the years and also the challenges I had to overcome to get to where I am right now.
Chai-Ying Lee. Crown College, Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience.
All right, I just want to say thank God we made it.
Helene Chio, Crown College, Bachelor of Arts in Art and Biology.
I just want to say thank you to my friends, my housemates, and my family, especially my mom, dad, and my twin sister. Thank you.
DM Chow. College 10, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, and shout out to my housemate. We did it!
Megan Fong, College 10, Bachelor of Science in Molecular, Cell, and Developmental Biology.
I just want to say thank you to everyone and shout out to the class of 2015. We did it!
Sydney Midori Umeda. Crown College, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology.
I just like to say everyone, arigatou gozaimasu.
Yang Zhan, College 10, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
I like to thank my friends and family for all the support.
Victoria Lung. Stevenson College, Bachelor of Science in Biology.
I would like to say thank you to my mom and dad for this amazing journey with us all 5 years. And a big shout out to my boyfriend. Hey.
Allison Quinn, College 10, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry.
I'd like to thank my parents and my housemates.
Carissa Borromeo. Stevenson College, Bachelor of Science in Human Biology.
I'd like to thank God for all the blessings He's given me. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my boyfriend Brandon, and all my friends that I've made.
Christine Bakoro Bagawisan. College 8, Bachelor of Arts in Biology.
I would like to thank my friends and family, the Filipino Student Association, aka FSA, and my boyfriend Miles right there, and hashtag more than a bunch.
Chris Lapu. Oaks College, Bachelor of Science in Molecular, Cell, and Developmental Biology.
Thanks to all my friends and family for the support. Shout out to FSA. Let's go to Disneyland.
Kayanoa Tayabas Kim. Oaks College, BA in Sociology.
Thank you to all the MVPs in my life. Shout out to FSA.
Scotty Lewis. Oaks College, Bachelor of Arts in Politics, Legal Studies, and Psychology.
Shout out to my mom, my friends and family, and to the sidewalks for keeping me off the streets.
Marie Kern. College 10, Bachelor of Science in Molecular, Cell, and Developmental Biology.
I'd like to give a shout out to my dance team, Halawan, and all of my brothers and sisters in Alpha Phi Omega, and all the beautiful people in CSA.
Josephine Sang. College 10, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Psychology.
special thank you to APRIC for putting this all together, and a special shout out to my housemates at Kings Cross Station, AFIO, and all my friends and family. Thank you.
Tim Kang, Crown College, Bachelor of Science, Plant Sciences.
Thank you to my family and friends, and a shout out to my twin.
Darren Lee. College 8, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology.
I want to say thank you to my friends and family, and shout out to my little Priscilla.
Priscilla Usmani. College 10, Bachelor of Science in Computer Game Design, minor in Technology Information Management.
I'd like to give a thank you to my big brother Darren and my father Justin Nye, and a shout out to Annie, Judy, and Florence.
Chris Ng. Cal College, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology with an education minor.
Thank you, Annie Ho.
Annie Leung, Crown College, Bachelor of Arts in Film and Digital Media, East Asian Studies minor.
I want to thank Annie Ho.
Maylin Suchokanan. Crown College, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
Thank you to my family and friends, and a shout out to Annie Ho.
Jennifer Rose Powell, College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Business Management Economics.
I want to thank my parents and my friends and the most loving and influential person in my life, which is my bon white.
Catherine Elizabeth Chang. College 8, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology.
Thank you to my family and friends, and a shout out to Mesh, and also Kathleen Vu. Mom, Dad, I love you.
Kathleen Vu. College 8, Bachelor of Arts in Intensive Psychology, Education minor.
I would like to give a special thank you to all my support networks. So my mom and dad, Goen, my boyfriend, my College 8 family, and my APERC family. Thank you so much.
My Chua Vang. Oaks College, Bachelor of Arts in Literature with an education minor.
Thank you so much, everyone. I'd like to thank my housemates, Gunyanga Gutsi, Gutukai, Gujapon Kayu, HSA. Thank you so much.
Tu Yi Tao. Oaks College, BA, Bachelor of Arts in Community Studies.
I just want to thank all my friends, family, and mentors who helped support me, and also shout out to HSA family.
Melissa Mataivai Aliu. College 10, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology, and Education minor.
First and foremost, I want to thank God, my Heavenly Father. I want to acknowledge the Polynesian community that's so highly underrepresented in this room. And I And I want to thank my family that's here, Ofalahiatu, Faifita Lava.
Elaine Chen, Porter College, Bachelor of Science in Technology and Information Management, Bachelor of Arts in Business Management Economics.
Hi, I just want to give a special thanks to all the friends and families and all the people who coordinate this event. Thank you.
Zule Genzorig. College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Intensive Psychology, Sociology.
I want to dedicate my huge accomplishment to all the migrant communities and shout out to all the undocumented students who, besides legal and institutional barriers, still succeed.
Lindsay Jung, College 8, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
Thank you to my mom and dad, and shout out to my friends Stace and Jasmine for bringing me out to APERC.
Stacy Seychow. College 8, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
Hi all, I'd like to thank God, my family, and my friends, and lastly, I'd like to say thank you in my language, in Mien, Ling Ting Tam.
Jasmine Crystal Vong, Kresge College, Bachelor of Science in Economics and Environmental Studies.
Hello. Shout out to Nancy, Kim, Katrina, Monica, and my APERC family.
Monica Fong. College 9, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology.
I just want to say thank you to my mom and dad and all of my family and friends that have supported me.
Alina To Kyu, College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
Thank you to all my family and friends and Monica Fa.
Linda Lee. Crown College, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology.
I just want to thank my friends and family and go Warriors!
Richie Misno, College 9, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Computer Game Design.
I want to thank my friends and family and for APERC for hosting this event. And I want to thank Monica, the girl with the orange dress, for making my life bright and being the best girlfriend. I love you.
Hard act to follow. Alan Sue. Crown College, Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology.
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, my friends, and my second family away from home, CSA.
William Ma, Oaks College, Bachelor of Arts in Business Management Economics.
I'd like to give a shout out to CSA, my house 104, and everyone that made this possible. Thank you all.
Stephen Xingren Chow. Oaks College, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science.
A shout out to CSA,
Never give up on your dreams and keep striving for success.
Anthony Bao. Crown College, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science.
Shout out to, I guess, family, Philo, Love Handle Squad, and CSA.
Calvin Wei. College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
Thank you to my friends and family, and especially CSA and APERC for making this possible.
Stephen Lee. College 9, Bachelor of Science in Molecular, Cell, and Developmental Biology.
So I'd like to give a shout out to the class of 2015 and also my family in CSA.
Lucy Yip. College 8, Bachelor of Arts in Business Management.
Hi guys, I'd like to give a thank you to my parents, Helen Huang, that's my sister out in the audience. I'd love to give a shout out to LSU and my first friends in college, my 124 Trap Avenue family, and also CSA. Woo!
Alice Yu. College 8, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank my friends and family, Helen, Olivia, a lot of people, and Lucy, Neha, everyone. And I want to lastly thank CSA.
Neha Sharma. Cal College, Bachelor of Arts in Business Management Economics.
I would like to thank my CSA fam for all the beautiful memories. Thank you.
Sarek Lukes. Cowell College, Bachelor of Arts in Business Management Economics.
Shout out to CSA. Shout out to Yuna and everyone that don't know what they're doing after college.
Vincent Yu. Cal College, Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Studies.
Thank you, CSA, my family, friends, my girlfriend, my sister, CSA, and the squad.
Luke Kevin Alfonso Romero. Oaks College, Bachelor of Arts in Network and Digital Technology.
I'd like to mention my family and friends for keeping my sanity here in college. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
Lauren Marissa Liu. College 10, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
I just want to shout out to my friends, family, AFIO, and the class of 2015.
Selena Yu. College 10, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Legal Studies minor.
Thank you to all my friends and family, FIO, my roommate, Lauren.
Amy Ming Liu. College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics and a Bachelor of Arts in History of Art and Visual Culture.
Shout out to my family and friends, APERC, and awesome professors who always give me extensions.
Jessica Hong Nang Nguyen. College 8, Bachelor of Arts in Sociology, Education minor.
I want to thank you, my mom and dad at UCSC, and most importantly, me.
Andy Gia Win. College 10, Bachelor of Arts in Film and Digital Media.
Shout out to my moms, my sister, T, Lynn, Andrew, tech crew. I appreciate the lighting and the videography. I appreciate it. I see you guys, and thank you.
Tina Lee. Oaks College, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, honors and major.
Thank you to all my friends and family. Shout out to FIO and CSA and fellow fifth years. Woo!
Cherie Barkley. College 10, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology.
I'd like to thank my parents, and I'd also like to give a shout out to Alpha Phi Omega.
Tony Guan. College 10, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology.
Thank you to all my friends, and thank you to all the volunteers, Judy and Annie. Thank you.
William Chung. Oaks College, Bachelor of Science in Bioengineering, Electrical Engineering minor.
I'd like to thank all my friends and family, all Monique Vero. If you guys are from SOE, you should know who she is. She's a great mentor for SOE. And last but not least, congratulations to everyone and to all the fifth years. Woo!
Judy Lay. Crown College, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Cell and Developmental Biology, Chemistry minor.
I just want to thank friends, family, boyfriend William for being the greatest support system I've ever had.
Jenny No. College 9, Bachelor of Science in Biology.
I want to thank my friends and family and Netflix.
Amy Chin. Crown College, Bachelor of Arts in Business Management Economics.
I would like to thank my friends and family, and especially my mom. I did this for you.
Cynthia Janice Wong. Crown College, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
I want to give a shout out to Earth Fam. And I want to thank my parents, my friends, and to Lil Craze, because you know.
Jennifer Dunawa. College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
Thank you to UCSC and my parents for such a wonderful experience, and shout out to Eve Chowdhury.
Eve Chaudhary, Merrill College, Bachelor of Arts in Business Management Economics.
I just want to thank my family and the friends I made in college that also became family.
Winnie Kwong. College 9, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
I'd like to thank my friends for being beautiful and amazing individuals, and I'm very thankful to have you guys in my life.
Lucinda Hum. College 8, Bachelor of Arts in Business Management Economics.
Thank you to all.
Jason Wong. College 8, Bachelor of Arts in History.
I'd like to thank my family, friends, and my girlfriend, Kimberly.
Natalie Tran. College 8, Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Studies, Biology, Feminist Studies.
Come on to Bo and Maya up in the corner back there. Thanks to my sister and for my cousin for coming. And thanks to Meyer and Kathleen for welcoming me into the APERC family.
Don Goodwin. Crown College, Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies, minor in History of Art and Visual Culture.
Doris Prasad. Stevenson College, Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies.
I'd like to thank my family, my friends, and APERC for rocking this event.
Felicia Tabbing. PhD in Mathematics.
Hi, Linda and Harry Kusuda and Michael Kusuda, and hi, Jason.
Congratulations, class of 2015. Before we formally end the program, I'd like to introduce the director of the Asian American Pacific Islander Resource Center and the managing director of the Resource Center, Nancy Kim, for closing remarks.
All right. Well, I am, as she mentioned, my name is Nancy Kim, and I'm not a former banana slug. I'm a banana slug for life. I'm an alum as well. Before I acknowledge the many event sponsors, I want to say a couple of words, so sorry for those of you in very high heels, but it's just going to take a few more minutes. I want to share a lesson from one of my favorite movies, one which received this year's Academy Award for Best Animated Feature Film. That's Big Hero 6. Anybody watch that? Love it. Love it. Okay. So this film stars a group of actors and actresses from diverse ethnic backgrounds who actually represent the racial identities of their movie characters. What a concept. And, what I love about this movie is that the main actors, the characters, are all college students, just like you. And they're total nerds, just like you, maybe. So this group, unfortunately, they faced tragic circumstances that involved the main character's brother. For those of you who've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. But as a result, they had to work as a team and collectively pieced together a puzzle to solve a problem. In the process, they became superheroes to defeat a supervillain. I totally went into mommy reading mode. Did you catch that? Yeah. Okay. Okay, as a result, so like the team in Big Hero 6, your journey at UC Santa Cruz may have had some unexpected challenges. And I hope that all of you will take your friendships and experiences as a community as a piece of your future. In the closing narration of the film, the main character, Hiro, he says, "We didn't set out to be superheroes, but sometimes life doesn't go the way you planned. The good thing is my brother wanted to help a lot of people, and that's what we're gonna do. So to everyone standing behind me, you're our Banana Slug superheroes. You're our piece of our future. Now go help a lot of people." Thank you, everyone. Congratulations, class of 2015.